Hello. How are you doing today? Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I'm really glad to hear that. Well, welcome to Lloyd's Toy Shop. Are you finding everything satisfactory? Okay. Well, is there maybe a particular toy that you're looking for? Because here at Lloyd's Toy Shop we have quite a variety of different toys available. We have toys that date back from 1940s all the way up until now. So I'm pretty sure that I can help you find that exact perfect toy that you might be looking for. What kind of toys do we have? I'm glad you asked. We have a variety of different toys. Wind-up toys. Toys that you pull along with you. Interactive toys. Board games. Just all sorts of beautiful toys to bring out a child's imagination or a child's creativity. We also have quite a huge selection of educational toys. Those are really the three major things that here at Lloyd's Toy Shop that we like to focus on is imagination, creativity, and education. If you have the time, I'd like to definitely help you out here. Maybe show you some of our specialty toys that you see here behind me, behind the counter. That is, if you don't mind, and if you have the time to spare. Yeah? Great, great. Well, what to start with? Is your child artistic? Like to create things, drawings, paintings, pictures? Because we have quite a few things here that can help further bring out that creativity. Let me show you. Are you shopping for a boy or a girl? Both. Well, that sort of makes it a lot easier. Let's start with this. Let's just sit this little guy down here for now. Right. So, this here is called fashion plates. It's mainly around in the 1960s, 1970s, and then a little bit in the 80s. But this is a very artistic toy for a girl. As you can see on the front, it has all sorts of different fashions that you can color in with your own preferred colors. If we take a look at the back, you'll see it has all of these little plates here with different dresses, pants, shirts, even hairstyles. So, it's a really neat little toy. You just place the different plates that you want into this device. Kind of like a printing press. And then of course you put the piece of paper on top. And then there's a special crayon right here that you rub up and down on the plates, which in turn kind of traces the outline on the plates, and then forms the picture. Then afterwards, you color it in. So, you know, it's pretty artistic and creative. The set includes 15 fashion plates, 20 sheets of paper, 8 crayons, 2 rubbing crayons, the crayon holder, drawing tablet, storage tray, and even an idea guide to kind of help the child along, you know, give that extra boost into creativity. So, all in all, this is a really wonderful toy. This can be for a boy, but it can also be for a girl too. So this may actually be of great interest to you, since it's one toy that can be shared with both a boy and a girl. The Lite-Brite. This is a very fun, beautiful toy, actually. I had one myself when I was a child. I used to love to sit at night in the dark and just look at the lights glow, kind of like a Christmas tree. It's real beautiful, mesmerizing even. But, so, if you take a look at the back, it tells us a little more about the product. So it contains 200 plus glowing pegs. That's a lot of pegs. And then it also comes with numerous designs, including sailboat cruise, a mountain scene, a dune buggy, beautiful flowers, a playful elephant, and a rainbow tail unicorn. So, this is another one of those that are very artistic. It helps with that artistic imagination to, pick out just the right colors for each part of the design. Now, a little history about the Lite-Brite, if you don't mind. Lite-Brite was invented by Bert Meyer and Joseph Burke at Chicago Toy Company, and was originally marketed in 1967, which later on down the line was actually licensed off to Hasbro. Lite-Brite was actually named one of the top 100 toys of all time by Time magazine, actually. Not only that, but Lite-Brite was also named a finalist for the class of 2000 induction to the National Toy Hall of Fame. So, it's a pretty famous little toy. And a very creative little toy. So, a little bit more about this toy. It consists of a light box, which can get warm to the touch, so always be careful with that. Then it also has the 200 plus small plastic pegs, which, like I said, fit into numbered slots, and you can actually use either the included templates or the what's called a free form, where it's just a blank black page and the child can create their own image. Kind of nice, right? And as for the pegs, there are 8 colors, I believe. Red, blue, orange, white, or clear, whatever you want to call it. Green, yellow, pink, and purple. So, quite a variety of colors. But yeah, that's the Lite-Brite. It's a great toy. Let's see. Another educational toy that can be for a boy or a girl would be this here. This is a Viewmaster, and this just so happens to be a Discovery Channel Viewmaster. Do you remember the Viewmaster as a child? I do. I remember I had a Star Wars and Jurassic Park. It was amazing looking into these. Face it up towards the light. And see all these images that made you feel like you were actually there. It was amazing. Especially for the time. It was all new. Especially back in the 80s. 3D was starting to, gain a little traction. But, yeah. So, this particular Viewmaster comes with some nature-related discs, including dinosaurs. Here, it says right on the back, Safari Adventure, Age of Dinosaurs, and Marine Life. So, be a nice little educational toy for the children. And of course you just look up into the light, and then you press this little lever down, and it switches the pictures inside, just by pulling that down, like this. Really simple design, but effective. Then we have some other toys available that are for both girl and boy, including things like Jax, a very classic toy, dates way back, I think even into the 1920s. Comes with 2 rubber balls and these tiny metal pegs. Kind of an earlier board game. Same thing with these marbles. Have you ever played a game of marbles before? Okay. Well, it's definitely something to get used to. It's almost like jacks, just with marbles. Consider it kind of like bowling or pool. Yeah. But it's a really neat classic game. Loads of fun. And if your children have friends that have marbles, it also brings forth an opportunity of trading different designed marbles. You know, it's almost like trading baseball cards, which is another thing we have. Plenty of baseball cards for sale. Another classic game we have, Jacob's Ladder. It's an optical illusion game. You can perform tricks with it. It comes with an instruction sheet as well, just in case you can't get the hang of it. It is kind of a tricky toy, but it's really fun. And fun for a child to show friends, show all the tricks they can do with it. But here at Lloyd's Toy Shop we have plenty more toys that a boy and a girl can play with. It's just, a few of the huge selection that we have here. Now, toys for a girl. As you can see here and throughout our store, we have plenty of dolls. We have things like strawberry shortcake, classic 1980s doll, and smell it. Smells like strawberries. And that was one of the really cool things about strawberry shortcake and her little friends. They were all scented. Kind of added a little pizzazz to the toy. But the doll comes with one dress, one hair accessory, one pair of leggings, and one pair of shoes. So, it's a really cute little doll. Perfect for a little girl, you know? We also have classic troll dolls from the 1980s and 1990s. And not much to them, but they do have trade value. You know, you trade these little fellas and little ladies with your friends, you know. Kind of the start of a collection for the child. And plus they're kind of really cute, aren't they? Then a kind of educational toy kind of teaches the child responsibility. Especially if they really never had a pet before. And that's this right here. Pound puppies. Comes with an adorable little pet dog or a cat. I think they even had cats back in the day. But it includes an adoption certificate, and, you know, it helps the child learn how to take care of a pet. You know, they can pretend to feed it, pretend to give it water, you know, pretend it's sleeping, playing, etc. So, it's a really neat little pre-responsibility teaching toy. Another classic doll we have. This right here. This doll right here is a Cabbage Patch doll. Very famous in the 70s and 80s. So famous, in fact, that back in the 80s, around Christmas time, these dolls caused quite a stir. I don't know if you remember how people went, you know, crazy over the Tickle Me Elmo. But it was very similar to that. People fought over this doll. It was a must-have. Christmas in the 80s. This little fellow, his name is Parker Puppy. Pretty cute, isn't he? Then we have wind-up toys. We have little clowns and robots that you take a key and put it in the slot, crank it up, and then it starts moving and walking. This is a very classic toy that kind of dates back to mid-30s to the 40s. Really classic. Completely made out of metal. There's no plastic on this toy. We have some interactive toys. Toys that you pull along with you. And that's the key mechanism that makes them do things, is by you pulling them. The Fisher-Price Little Snoopy, or the Chatterbox telephone. Both classic toys. Another one that boys would really like, but again, like the Pound Puppy, could also be for a girl, is the Slinky Dog. This is another classic, famous toy. Similar to the Cabbage Patch doll. It's a well-known toy. You may remember this particular toy from the movie Toy Story, which is an interesting story. But let me tell you a little bit about the history of the Slinky Dog. So, early in the history of James Industries, Helen Herrick Malst of Washington State sent the company a letter and drawings for developing Slinky Dog and for developing other Slinky related toys. The company ended up liking her ideas, and Slinky Dog and Slinky Train were added to the company's product line. So it was that great of a design that the company just straight up added it to their production line. Can you guess what year Slinky Dog was introduced? Close. Getting warmer. 1952, actually. So it's been around a while. The Slinky Dog. then that brings us to the Toy Story movie. So, in 1995, the Slinky Dog, voiced by Jim Varney and Blake Clark, was redesigned for all of Pixar's Toy Story and Toy Story live action movies. But right here, this is the toy it was based on. And it's a really neat, simple toy. And it brings out the child's imagination of actually walking a dog. Makes them feel like they have a real pet, companion, or friend. So, it's a great toy for a child, boy or girl. Now, before I let you look around the store on your own, to share this with you. It's one of my personal favorite toys. That is Lincoln Logs. It's a fun, educational, creative toy that you can kind of use all three of the things that Lloyd's Toy Store stands for. Imagination, creativity, and education. It's one of those perfect toys. Boy or a girl. But it comes with numerous logs, roof pieces, shingles, and there's so many options with buildings that you can actually build with this. And then of course you can use the buildings with action figures, stuff like that, dolls, maybe even Barbie dolls. Just all depends on your imagination and creativity. Do you have any idea how Lincoln Logs came about or who created them? Well, it was actually created by John Lloyd-Wright, the son of architect Frank Lloyd Wright, who first developed the concept for Lincoln Logs in 1960. All the way back in 1916. So this is a very old toy. But by the 1920s, the younger Wright had patented his stackable wooden construction sets and actually named them after the Kentucky log cabin where America's 16th president, Abraham Lincoln, was born. So that's how Lincoln Logs came about. Pretty interesting little fact. And then it's actually America's national toy. fitting, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I hope I could have interested you in some toys, maybe persuaded you a little bit, or even just gave you some good ideas. But I will let you look around the shop and use the information that I gave you to help you find whatever it is that you think would best suit your children. If you have any questions or need any help, I'll be right here behind the counter. Please feel free to come back and ask me anything. I'll be happy to help. All right. Enjoy.